morning.
Hi,
Hey.
I'm Tatum. I'll be your nurse today. Can I get your first and last name and date of birth?
Honorary birthday 6/25/1895.
Alright. And Honorary, do you have any allergies?
Not that I know of.
No? Okay. Well, like I said, I'm Tatum.
Okay.
I'm one of the nurses here at the Dialysis Center. I understand you have just been diagnosed with end-stage kidney disease, and your provider has recommended that you begin hemodialysis. How are you feeling about everything?
I'm confused, to be honest. I don't know. I don't understand what dialysis is. I've asked several family members. None of them seems to understand what it is. So I have no idea what I'm going through right now.
Okay, well that's completely understandable. Well, let's just start from the beginning. Your kidneys normally act like a filter for your blood. They remove waste, extra water, and toxins from your body through your urine. And when the kidneys are damaged for a long time, we call that chronic kidney disease. They slowly lose that filtering ability, and in end-stage kidney disease, your kidneys can no longer do their job well enough to keep your body balanced, so dialysis helps do that job for you.
So, is dialysis like an artificial kidney? Like, what is it? Am I getting a second kidney? What is it? What is dialysis?
It's kind of like an artificial kidney. Hemodialysis uses a machine that cleans your blood by pulling it through a special filter called a dialyzer. That filter removes waste and extra fluid, then returns clean blood back to your body. Most people receive treatment about 3 times a week, and each session takes about 3 to 4 hours.
So, am I gonna have something permanent on me, like a device that I have to carry around everywhere I go?
Good question. To make dialysis easier and safer, you'll have what's called a permanent catheter, or known as a perm cath, placed into a large vein, usually on your chest. This allows a dialysis machine to access your blood quickly and efficiently. Sometimes later on, your doctor might recommend a fistula or a graft in your arm, which is more of a long-term access site. The perm cath is just for starting dialysis right now.
So, it's like, do you have to do like a surgery to get the catheter in? Is it dangerous? Is it painful?
Well, it's done under sterile conditions, so we'll keep the site clean, and usually with local anesthesia, so you'll be put to sleep. So you shouldn't feel much pain. You'll have some mild soreness afterwards. The biggest risks are for infection or clotting, which is why it is very important to keep the site clean and dry and tell us right away if you notice any redness, swelling, drainage, or fever.
So how do I keep it dry? How do I shower, and what are things I need to watch for?
That's a really good question. So you'll just wanna shower with your regular soap, and you'll wanna make sure that you dry the site right after your shower. The most common side effect during or after dialysis can include fatigue, low blood pressure, muscle cramps, or headaches. These happen because your body is adjusting to having waste and fluid removed more quickly than it's used to. If you ever feel short of breath, chest pain, dizziness, fever, or notice changes in your catheter site, you'll want to contact your dialysis team or provider immediately. And we usually recommend that you don't go swimming because that can increase risk for infections.
Okay, so I've heard people on dialysis have to change their diet. I like to eat specific food. I like to cook my own food. I like to eat a lot of salt, spicy food. Just, basic African dish. We eat a lot of salt. So is that, am I gonna have to change to modify what I eat? Like, how am I gonna survive without eating my favorite food?
You're definitely gonna have to make a lifestyle change because nutrition is very important. Since your kidneys can't remove certain minerals as well. You'll need to control how much sodium, potassium, and phosphorus you eat. So you will have to be on a sodium restricted diet. You'll want to avoid processed foods and salty snacks. You'll want to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, but some fruits like bananas, oranges, and potatoes are high in potassium, so your dietitian will help you find a lower potassium options. You'll want to limit the phosphorus by cutting back on dairy or cola drinks and packaged food. And you'll also want to eat enough protein to maintain your strength. Things like lean meats, chicken, fish, in the right portions.
Okay, so will I have someone to help me with my diet? Like you said, dietitian. Will like dietitian come to my house and help me prepare the meal? Would I get like a meal plan or something I can look before I make my meal?
You will be referred to a dietitian, usually in a clinic setting, and you'll meet with her and she will help you make a food plan or a meal plan that fits best for what you prefer. Every dialysis center has a renal dietitian who will make you that personalized meal plans for you and answer questions about what's safe and what's not. You'll never be alone in this.
Okay. So can I still be active while on dialysis? Cause I like to go to the gym. I like riding my bike with that catheter that I have on my arm, whatever my chest. Would I be able to do my favorite activities?
That's a good question. So I do encourage you to stay active because being active can help improve your energy and blood pressure and mood. But I would recommend more light exercises like walking, stretching, or low impact workouts. So biking would be okay, but I would avoid heavy lifting with a catheter in your arm. And you'll just want to listen to your body. If you feel weak, dizzy, or short of breath, just let us know. Balanced activity with proper rest and hydration is essential.
Okay, thank you so much for explaining about dialysis. So will I have to do that for the rest of my life? How is that gonna be? Like, is it like once or have to do it over and over?
You will have to do this for the rest of your life, unless say you get a donor kidney where we can give you that kidney. Otherwise, this will be for the rest of your life.
Okay, thank you so much. It sounds expensive, but
it usually depends on what kind of insurance coverage you have. So mainly goes off of what type of insurance you have, but it can be pretty expensive. There might be some new medications that you'll have to take just to help your body adjust, like some diuretics. Sometimes you might hear them called water pills. They help remove extra fluid if your kidneys still make some urine. Blood pressure medications will keep your heart and vessels protected, and if you're diabetic, insulin might be needed since dialysis can change how your body processes sugar. You also might take some phosphate binders to keep your phosphorus levels safe, and vitamin D or iron supplements will help with energy and bone strength. And you'll always want to bring a updated list of your medications to each appointment, and never stop or change a medication without talking to your provider first.
okay, yeah, thank you so much. I have one more question. Can I still drink some water?
So
What do
we
you
will,
suggest?
you'll be put on a fluid restriction, so we will limit the amount of water you intake. So you'll just have to monitor that carefully. And another thing you should know is that missing dialysis can be very dangerous. Waste and fluid build up quickly, which can cause swelling, high blood pressure, shortness of breath, or even heart problems. If you ever can't make it to your appointment, call the dialysis center as soon as possible to reschedule.
Okay. Can I drink some alcohol?
Alcohol is not recommended. It can cause further damage and it's just not good for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, I can help make a list for you to write down all these things to remember.
Yeah.
That way it's a quick resource that you can just go to. You'll wanna also call your provider or dialysis nurse right away if you ever notice fevers, chills, or drainage from your catheter site, sudden weight gains or swelling in your hands, feet, or face, chest pain, shortness of breath, extreme tiredness or confusion, nausea, vomiting, or muscle cramps that don't go away. It's always better to check in early than to wait and risk a serious complication.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll step out and the doctor will be in shortly.
Okay.